Okay, something a little bit different that I throw in every now and then. This is particularly good for someone who doesn't have a lot of equipment, maybe training from home, is the pressured plate row. Now it sounds a little bit wild, and it is. There are some limitations with this exercise, namely you can't progressively overload too much, but it's a fantastic exercise as a superset or at the back end of a training program where you've done a lot of back, a lot of shoulders, a lot of arms, and you just want to maximise that output before you finish. So pressure plate row, generally for males, it's probably going to be 10 kilos. For females, maybe start with a 5, and you want a bumper plate because you want that wide grip. Now you're actually going to grip the plate at the 9 and 3 mark, and we're not going to use our fingers. We're actually going to pressure the grip from the outside in. So think like a Sven press where you've got to squeeze the plate so that you're not actually using your hands in terms of the fingers to grip it. So from a side angle, we're going to keep that in play. We're going to hinge over like a traditional row, and then we're going to slowly row back and forwards at that angle. Now this is really hard. So what you're doing is, because we're squeezing multiple muscles at once, I can feel my arms, my back, my chest, my shoulders. Everything is working while still trying to keep the pressure on that plate. It's actually more challenging than you realise. It's going to be one of those exercises that isn't going to give you a hell of a lot of overload. But again, if you're already fatigued or you do this as a superset, it's going to provide a lot more output and also a high level of challenge. So start with an appropriate weight. So like I said, ladies start with a 5 kilo bumper, use that as a pressure plate. Guys start with a 10. If you can get your hands on a 15, obviously that's the next step up. You're not going to be able to progress other than more reps, but again, add it as a superset. I guarantee you it's something that's going to challenge you. Now make sure, one point of note, it's a slow movement. It's not a fast one. We're not going to rip through them. It needs to be projected out at a nice eccentric and concentric movement and a nice tempo for it to be fully effective. See how you go.